And we are live. It is 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. in the UK, just for China Mike. We know you're lurking, brother. It is the 1st of March already? Wow. 2020. I'm Ben, and I have a big old pleasure in my pocket tonight. Why? Because I have 6-string Bryan on, fellow Canuck with guitars. You know, he keeps popping up at these trade shows and such. I see him at Cosmo Music Fest. I see him at Summer NAMM. I see him at Winter NAMM. Just hanging out, rubbing elbows.
If there's guitars around, I'll be there.
Yeah, especially if someone has a Les Paul laying around unattended.
I'm God, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I haven't seen you in about month and a half since we parted ways in sunny California and had to come back to the tundra.
Oh God, yeah. Last week it was crazy with that snow drifts and snowstorms, and I had to travel into work in that stuff. It was horrible.
No doubt. Metal Soda says damn tender play ads. All right, folks. So we'll do we'll do roll call here in a moment. So go ahead and say hello. So if you want to get a shout out, you got to say hello. And we'll throw up the banner here. Boom, boom, boom.
There it is.
Back over to the comments. First in the chat tonight, we have Mr. Upside Down himself. We've got the Dog Pa. We've got the lovely Sandra. Zach Thong. Brad Egan says he's got an early day tomorrow, so he's going to catch the replay. He told us to take no prisoners and kick some ass. All right, sure. We can do that.
No problem.
Randy Crooks, he says, hey, Ben and fellow Knuckleheads. He's watching Austin City Limits. Awesome.
Cool.
We got Metal Soda. We have Terry's GG&G. We've got Daniel Horsley. Joe Metalhead Hervey 84. Hope you're feeling better, bud. Daniel Horsley, Brian Landreth. Wow, everybody's talking here. Absolute Mayhem.
The whole game.
Mike Rohde. Milt, good to see you, man. David Ennis. Jack the Rabbit. Brad Miller. Great Vanzini. Ron Limber. Mark Taft. Mark So's Images. LPD Pedals. Knucklehead 0. There's China Mike. Guitar Man 45. That's right. I'm scrolling upwards now because the chat skipped ahead. All right, I think
I'm trying to
watch
bottom.
Rob 212, Marsman. Oh, we already got 33 people in here. Jason Sumner.
Nice. Oh, you got a super chat.
Damn!
Look at that.
Holy shit! Craig, thank you. Hope this helps with the water damage issue. Best of luck. Yeah. Thanks. Wow.
That's cool.
Yes, for those who don't know, unfortunately, I am below grade, and the sump pump decided to give up the ghost on Thursday night here.
Oh, shit.
That's I was in here jamming, and I stopped jamming at about, say, 10 p.m., and found half the laundry room had some water on the floor. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe, I was doing laundry earlier, something was up, overflow. And then I noticed about half an hour later, the sump pump wasn't working, got it working again, went to bed around 2 a.m. And fortunately, my dad got up early at about 5:30 in the morning. And I woke up to screaming, and I found 2 inches of water in my bedroom. Laundry room flooded, half my bedroom flooded, half my workshop flooded. But thankfully, this room was the only room that didn't have any water.
Oh, my God. You're lucky.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I had a bunch of stuff that I was looking to put up online this week, a bunch of sports memorabilia. So I lost about $2,000-3,000 worth of hockey cards.
Oh shit, that sucks.
Yeah. Nothing like seeing a Mike Bossy rookie card floating in water.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And so the plastic holders, where you just slide them in the top, so they were exposed. I was like, no.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Craig. Yeah. It happens. So yes, new sump pump right at 8 a.m. from Home Depot as I was bailing water while cleaning up. Hey, Eric.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
Oh, hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. I've already reworked. I got the old sump pump working as a backup.
Oh, okay.
And the new one can
Yeah, you
move
never know.
50 gallons a minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, hey, everybody. Randy Crook says, just skipped ahead there. Hey, when I come up your way, I'm bringing a Hamer and an Ibanez for you to review if you want. Awesome.
Nice.
Hey, Grumpy Mike.
I had a Hamer bass once.
Nice.
Yeah, they were.
I don't see a lot of Hamer
I bought
basses.
it at a pawn shop. I bought it at a pawn shop back in the early 90s or something when I moved to Toronto, and I saw it hanging there, and I'm like, wow, I never seen a Hamer. I seen it in magazines and stuff. I remember Nikki Sixx used to play one, and I was like, wow, I actually see one in person. I'm like, cool. And the guy sold it to me for like, I think it $200 or something like that. And it didn't play that great, but it was such a cool looking instrument. It was the Explorer type of shape on it. It was red.
Okay.
And I played it.
Yeah.
I had it as a backup, and it's pretty good.
Let me think. Who played a Hamer like that? Rick Savage in Def Leppard played a Hamer like that.
Yeah. In the 80s, you saw them a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Saw one on this channel 1 week ago tonight. Matt Fry was showing off one of his or his last Hamer, I guess.
Yeah, I remember that.
Awesome. Brian Landry says, how about that Friedman? Which Friedman? That's what I'd like to know. You drop an F word like that, we immediately perk up our tone ears. That's right, upside down. Yes, very lucky it didn't hit the tone bunker. That's for sure.
Yeah, that would have sucked big time.
Yeah. Ever try a Hamer Mirage? I have. Rick Nielsen plays a lot of Hamers. Yeah, all those ones he had back in the day. He still plays a lot of them, other than the ones that got damaged in Ottawa, unfortunately.
Do they still produce them, or were they like, who owns Hamer?
Hamer, the name got sold a couple of years ago, and they tried to bring them back strictly as an import line. And they brought back a couple of models, but I don't think they got any distribution. So I never saw them anywhere. Like, you saw a bit of NAM hype, and then that was it. So really? I don't really know what's up right now. Hey, BV. Salut, mon ami.
BB made. How's it? Oh, BV Ninja's in here. Okay, cool. Nice.
Oh, okay. Brian's talking. Oh, yes, the Friedman Metro D that I got to play. Hey, there's Jay, 7/8. Good to see you, man.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
Yeah, the Friedman Metro D. It reminded me a lot of a Nags, more than a PRS even, but a Nags. To really split those tone hairs. That was a great. Yes, I saw you commented earlier today, Brian. You're up at Cosmo on Friday.
I was there actually. Yesterday was the day that I was there. Oh,
yesterday.
Yeah, and I didn't go there for any guitar equipment. I went there because I'm in the process of building a studio at work, a multimedia studio, and I needed some audio cables and stuff. So that's why I went. But obviously, I went into the guitar department and spent an hour looking at stuff and trying stuff, and saw all the Friedman stuff was hanging there in display, and nice. But I didn't buy anything that wasn't. Didn't buy a Les Paul or anything.
Not this time.
No.
Hey, Pete Hickson, SD Design jumping in here. I saw there's my knees hurt. Gary Tholander. Great Vanzini says KMC is the parent company, I guess, of Hamer.
Oh, okay.
Han 36 KMC. Solo. Blackjack Guitar Nut. Man, we got 55 people already in here. Hello, cool. Merrill J. Welcome. New name in the chat. Awesome. Hamer USA is used only. They had a new one, like Ben said, sold the name. Is currently website says copyright. Okay, the KMC music.
KMC. Oh, okay.
Frank Corcoran. Yes, Metal Soda. I have tried a Mirage.
Yeah, I can see the chat here in the. I don't use StreamYards too much. So I'm still looking at the interface.
Well, it's great for bang for the buck, right? Because it is
Oh
free.
yeah, yeah.
Unless you go over 20 hours in a month.
Oh, is that the deal?
Yeah. Hey, Thomas.
Okay.
Yes, and I've had a few marathon live streams where I'm like, well, I think we're going to go live on the Monday show from my phone and use data because StreamYard's pretty much pooched for the month.
Yeah, you don't want to go over. They'll charge you. I think it's like $100. Is it $100 or something a year? Or I can't remember
I
what the
think
fee is.
Yeah, something around there. Yeah. Hey, there's Guitar Hack. Speaking of lovers of Cosmo music.
Yeah. Yeah, I ran into him a few weeks ago, and when I was there trying out some amps, and I'm sitting in the amp room just jamming away, and somebody's knocking on the door, and I look back, and there's Guitar Hack. I'm like, what the hell?
Nice. Gotta love it.
Yep.
That's the YouTube world in a nutshell. The only difference would be is if you're trying to shoot a demo in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't shot any videos really at Cosmo. I mean, they wouldn't have a problem with me doing it. I guess I never did it.
I don't think. Well, they didn't say anything when I was shooting in there. Like I did one where I didn't get a chance to plug in a Wolfgang that I haven't posted yet. So I just did. I basically just talked about it, held it out because it's really cool, rare wood. And then we waited and waited. And literally, Mayhem and I were about to leave. And then finally, in the other room, the platinum room or whatever, there was two young guys in there shredding away. And finally, they left. And then we're like, here's an opportunity. Run in, start grabbing guitars, and find an amp with a good tone. And
yeah, it's a great place. I mean, it has so much stuff, right? And then all the good stuff is there as far as the high end stuff. So, and they let you try everything, so it's not like anything is off limits. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, there's Tommy the Dark Rose. That'll be Tom Harhigh's son. Good to see you, man.
Oh,
Thank you very much. Awesome. And I heard that Tommy here has started playing bass. So,
nice.
He will always have a gig if he knows bass.
Yeah. You can always get a gig as a bass player. That's for sure. There's a lot of bands. I got approached by a few people already this year, and they were because they saw my profile somewhere, and I was playing bass all these years, and they asked if I would be willing to come and play bass with them. And I said, nah, I'm not. I'm trying to concentrate on guitar, so I don't want to do that right now. So. But there's lots of opportunities for bass players, that's for sure.
That is for sure, yeah. Hey, Eddie Van Haskell. Good to see you. Hey, I got offered a bass gig a couple of weeks ago myself. Which,
yeah, you did.
Rule number one, when searching out band members, consult with your current band members before reaching out to individuals. Because, God love the guy. He had reached out to me, and he's like, talking, I hear you play bass. I'm like, well, kinda. I get by. I wouldn't call myself a bassist by any stretch of the realm. And he's like, well,
right.
We're into this and that and blah, blah, blah. And he sends me set lists. And I'm like, wow, a lot of these songs sound familiar. I'm like, well, who else are you playing with? And he tells me the name of the other guy. I'm like, you do realize I've been in more than one project with that guy already. He's like, oh. Yeah. It's like, yeah, and I'm not currently playing with him, but.
Right.
Hello, Hugh.
Are you looking to get back into a band?
I think so. I think so. I've got the itch. PJ and the Beard, hello. I just want the race. I don't want to be the guy who's playing guitar and then also running the soundboard and also providing the PA system. And I just want to show up and play.
Right. I hear you. It's finding the right mix of people to play with that has good chemistry and everybody's on the same page, and it's it's the same old story, right? That's the way bands are. But they're out there, and I'm sure there's some opportunities if you look around.
Jack the Rabbit says that was me, Ben.
Yeah, I saw Jack Rabbit on Mike's stream there about an hour or so ago. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, he's really good. I watched a lot of his videos, and he's a great guitar player, singer. Really good.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 60 people in here. If you haven't already checked out Jack the Rabbit's channel, please do. Along with checking out 6STRING Bryan if you haven't already. I know we got a lot of the same folks in here, but if you haven't, please check out 6STRING Bryan.
Yeah.
Vandy Man
cool.
says, I'm too old to roadie. Yeah, me too. That's why we have Mark Taft here in the chat. He does my roadie work for me, thankfully.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it the way that I used to, because like I said, I played for many years, and as a bass player, I was hauling a lot of heavy gear, like 8x10 cabinets and stuff. And last week I was doing that studio build at my work, and I did a few days of moving just nothing compared to what I was moving when I was moving guitar or bass gear. And I'm telling you, this weekend I am so friggin' sore everywhere. I said to my wife, man, if I was a gigging musician, I'd have to get in some serious shape, because I'm not, I don't think I could do it right now.
Yeah, that's when you're like literally bass, HX stomp, line out to the PA, give me lots of monitor.
Yeah. We didn't have HX stomps and stuff back in the 90s.
That's right. Hey, there's Brendan B. Squared.
That weighed more than my car.
Oh, yeah. Alex Radford. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I fully agree. One of the local bars that we used to do gigs at every Friday night, there's a rock or a metal show every Friday night there. And I swear, every Friday night, because it's a second floor, load in at the back of the building. It's one of those at street level on the main street, but for whatever reason, it's the second floor load in on the back. And you'd always see, like two 90-pound scrawny guitar players carrying up an Ampeg fridge up those damn stairs every, 7:30 p.m. every Friday.
Yeah. Oh, well.
That's right, upside down. When I was your age, we had to tune uphill both ways.
Very true.
Mark says he loves stage setup, something new each time. Well, that's true. That's true. Nothing worse than showing up at a venue for the first time, and then, the first band member that's there, they walk up to you right away, and they're like, so there's one power outlet for the entire band. You're like, oh, great.
Yeah. I've been to many venues, and it's like, you never know sometimes what you're walking into.
And thank you very much, Brad Miller. He sent a little something through the PayPal. I do appreciate that.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Which that means I am more than likely going to be able to get to Summer NAMM as well, because that was part of the reason for parting with some stuff, to make sure I was getting to Summer NAMM.
You're going to try to make it down to Summer NAMM, yeah?
I am, as much as I can, yeah.
Cool.
So I was checking flights. Ironically, flights are more expensive NAMM week by about $50.
Yeah, everything is like, I booked my flight and the hotel and everything, and when you look at the times during that week or that month, everything is like up by almost 50%. It's insane. Like, they know when the conferences and stuff are happening in these cities or whatever, and they just jack everything right up.
Cool. PJ and the Beard said he's going to NAMM. Or they are going to NAMM, I should say. Awesome.
Yeah, I really like Summer NAMM. Like, I went to Winter NAMM. Obviously, we saw each other there a few months ago, or a month ago, I should say. And I liked it and everything, but I like the vibe at Summer NAMM. I really do. And
it's nice, too. Like, you walk out of Summer NAMM, you walk out of the convention center, and there's everything right there.
Yeah. A lot of, like, Broadway Street is really cool. And I find the music stores that I went to in Nashville really nice. Like, some of the guitar stores are really cool to go to. And I don't know, it's a more chill environment. Not that I had a great time at Winter NAMM. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, and I'm planning to go again next year. But Nashville just it was a little bit different for me. I felt more of a vibe there, like musician wise and stuff. Not so hectic.
Well, that's the thing. And with Winter NAMM, everything is so spread out that unless like the venues at the Grove or something like that, you're driving half an hour to an hour to go to any little club deal where, like, say, everything's walking distance or a quick Uber wherever in Nashville.
Yeah, exactly. I was taking Uber everywhere at Anaheim because I went to the Grove and a few other places, and I always had to friggin' take a Uber everywhere because my hotel was about 10 minutes down the road from the convention center even. So, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was my first experience for Winter NAMM, and I had a great time.
PJ and the Beard, yes, Carter's, amazing shop. Winter NAMM has better NAMM tracks, according to the Dogpa.
I got lucky. I didn't catch anything.
Well, same here. It's the daily alcohol consumption. Keeps you disinfected.
Yeah, see, I didn't do much of that, so maybe I got away scot-free with that, because obviously on this keto diet, you're very limited as far as what you can have alcohol-wise. But
that is true.
I had a few at the Gibson party there. I had a few there. That party was amazing. Both nights. The night that me and you, when we hung out at the Wednesday one, and then the Thursday one at the Grove, was super cool as well.
I still can't believe I talked myself into 4 media passes from Gibson.
I think it's Gibson and Epiphone. They're super cool people. Like, I know they get a bad rap sometimes with some of the corporate stuff that happens behind the scenes, but the people I've met, like the actual people that work at the company that, do a lot of the, like L. John and some of the builders that I've met, they're just super cool, nice, chill people that'll give you, like Al John took a whole probably half hour with me, did a full walkthrough of and he was a busy guy. He had meetings and everything. And I just asked him, hey, do you want to do a quick 5-minute video? And he went all out and showed, like, we walked around for probably 30 minutes and he went into detail about everything. So people like that, I mean, and I'm a nobody on this stuff. Like, I'm just a small channel, and for him to even acknowledge me and give me the passes and give me the access that he has given me at Summer NAMM and now Winter NAMM is quite amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Like at the Gibson party there, I said to him, can we just do like a 90-second interview? He's like, sure, let's do it. And it was 5 minutes. So I was like, I can't believe it. Thanks, Hey, James Severin.
Nice.
Somebody's asking if you've bought a new Les Paul recently.
The last Les Paul I bought was the Jared James Nichols Epiphone one, the black one that is back there with the telly there. That's the last one I purchased. That was probably 3 weeks ago or something like that. So
nice.
That's it for. I've got the R9, the black custom back there, and I've got a gold top behind me on the stand. That's what I've been playing all weekend, is a gold top, the R6, and then the Jared James Nickel is my other Les Paul. So I've got 4 that I'd like to get another custom. I really bonded with that custom. That for some reason it's something that I never played that much of before, and then when I got this one, I really bonded with it. I'd like to find a nice white one that would be reasonable in price and everything. They're just hard to find. So
sure,
someday. But I'm quite happy with the ones I have, and I play them.
I think with the white custom, you'll just all of a sudden you'll just come across it one day. You won't even be looking for. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, well, this could be it, and you play it, and you're like, yep, okay, this is the one.
Yeah, when I go to Nashville, obviously I'll be looking at some stuff there.
That's what I was thinking, especially if you go to Nashville.
Yeah, you never know.
My niece asked, did I get a new camera? Video looks really good. No, same setup. I guess maybe I got a little more bandwidth tonight. The neighbors must be went to bed early or something.
Right. Yeah, same here.
I know. I played a Telecaster at Carter's during Summer NAMM, and it still haunts me. Like I literally at least once or twice a week, I'm like, God damn. And I think it was because it was a 57 Tele, and they wanted, I think, 26,000 for it.
Holy jeez.
But like, honestly, for a 57 Tele, it wasn't a bad price, but of course we can't warrant it. But it was one of those, as soon as you put your hand around the neck right at first position, I was just like, oh my God. Yeah. It just, where have you been all my life?
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough at those prices, man. It's like, it's a lot of money.
Ref Magos. Thank you very much, sir.
Hey,
Hey, Ben, it's good to see
hey.
smaller, real channels being supported at places like NAMM. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. And yeah, it's surprising how many companies will talk to us smaller channels, because honestly, you and I at NAMM, we're the same thing because we don't have 100,000 subs, or 50,000 or what have you.
Yeah.
Uh, I generally gravitate towards the smaller companies at those events because I figure, they're a little more open to working together.
Yeah, I think so.
SD Design is asking what quadrant you are located in.
With quadrant. Northern Ontario, is that a quadrant?
There we are. Hey, Paul Ewing.
I'm about an hour north of Toronto.
Exactly. Too many guitars and not enough hands, according to Randy Crooks. Yep. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Brian Lander, 27 grand. Better step up the top chats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Like, geez, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be something for Joe Bonamassa to buy.
Yeah. That's when. I think if I even came close to that, that's when I'd be on the phone with Rob from Tesi Switch because he's based out of the Nashville area. I'm like, hey, on your lunch break tomorrow, can you run over to Carter's and pick something up for me?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of cool instruments that aren't expensive as well. Like, I know I buy that R9 is the most expensive guitar that I bought, and that I never thought in my life that I would buy something like that at that price for a guitar. But it's just something that I turned 50 in August, and it was always something that as a kid growing up, you see people playing Les Paul. That was always my favorite guitar, and it was like, you know what, I want to do something that is going to be my 50th birthday type of thing, and it's going to be that one guitar that I've always strived to have, and I couldn't buy a new one. This one is used, and I just ran across a great deal from a collector, and I had another Les Paul, a standard, that I was selling, and the only reason we could work a deal was because I couldn't even afford what he was asking for it, and it was used. But he, instead of me selling my Les Paul and trying to get what I wanted for it, he traded it. So he gave me what I wanted for my standard, and I just paid the difference. So that allowed me to, so things like that, if that happens, and you're able to get a high quality instrument that really speaks to you and inspires you to play every day and stuff, I say go for it. I mean, you only live once. And but there's things like when you're looking at people buying $100,000 guitar, that's not something that myself or you or anybody would be like looking at and going, yeah, I'll do that. It's just, but if you're a guy that makes a couple $1 million a year and you don't care, maybe, I don't know.
Hey, I want to say hello to Michael B. Good to see you, man. Michael Cross, hello. He asks, hey, do they still rock at the Key to Bala? They do, but on a smaller scale, I will say. Because it used to be you get some top-notch bands playing the Key to Bala. Now, more indie bands. Like I've got a couple friends that play up there a few times a year.
Yeah, I haven't been up there in a long time.
Damn. Riff Megos. Again, no offense to Joe B, but I'll listen to Julian Sass for the Slow Burn Blues. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Thank you very much for the donation.
Cool.
And Music Therapy Laz. Thank you very much for the Summer NAMM Fund. Amazing.
There you go.
Hey, Fruitcake Tony says, I'm there early. You're right on time. Yes, Kim Mitchell always played Bala back in the day. Mm-hmm. Had a pedal room. Yeah. Yes, my buddies, actually, you and Hack might be familiar with them. Toronto band, the Celebration Army. They play the Key to Bala a lot.
No, I don't think I've heard of them.
Okay. Original band. I know Nelson's their left-handed guitar player. He also runs an open jam every Tuesday night at the Painted Lady in Toronto.
Okay. Cool.
Wow, I really pulled that out of my ass. I haven't talked to him in about a year and a half.
Very cool.
Laz says, I don't know if I'll be going, so I might as well help. Yeah, well, I do appreciate it, man.
Are you going to do Sweetwater as well, or or just pick
Marsman had
one?
asked about that. If I can take care of Summer Nam and have that, because that's definitely the top priority. If I'm able
Right.
to, then definitely I'd love to get back to Sweetwater. I went there 2 years ago. Had a great time.
Yeah.
Last year looked even better, probably because I knew more people that were there, type thing.
Yeah.
But I had a blast a couple of years ago. Hey, Metalhead Hippie.
Yeah.
This is at work on
I'd
phone
like
popping in to say hi. Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to go to Sweetwater. I just don't know if I can do it all because I've got Summer NAMM, and then the week before Summer NAMM, I've been invited to play live with another band at a big festival down east, because Smear, the band that I was with, was very popular down east.
Sure.
And the festival would hire us to headline sometimes, and this band that's headlining that festival this year is friends of mine, and they want to bring me on stage to play a few Smear songs just to bring
nice.
back, like a lot of the fans and stuff.
Sure.
So that's happening the week before NAMM. So I've got to travel that week to go to East Coast and then come back and get on a plane and go to NAMM. So there's a lot of stuff happening. So if I add Sweetwater to it, I don't know. That might be too much. I don't know.
Hack's going to Gearfest. Awesome.
Yeah, I heard Hack's going with Brian Stewart and everybody. Dave R.
Yeah,
I
I'd
think
love
is
to
going.
do like an extended road trip because it's, I think, 3 weeks between the two. Actually, it might only be 2 weeks because Summer NAMM is earlier this year. It's July 9th,
That's
I think.
right. The 9th, yeah. Yep.
Marsman says he's dragging Aaron to Gearfest. Good. Someone's got to drag him around. Cool. I know I did. And don't feel alone, SD Design. I've never had White Castle either.
No, I haven't tried White Castle.
I think that'd be pure toxic for you at this point, Brian.
Yeah, I can eat the meat, the burger, not the bun.
I think the bun would probably be the safest part to eat.
Maybe. You might be right.
Justin Cox in Utah is asking where NAMM is. Summer NAMM is in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And Gearfest is in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I did the drive. It wasn't bad. I think it took me 10 hours to drive there.
10? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, I was dreading because I crossed the border at Windsor, which is, the busiest border that we have. And I roll up to the border at I don't know, I think it was on a Wednesday or something like that, or a Thursday mid-afternoon. There was one car ahead of me in my lane.
Wow.
So I was through in 5 minutes. I was like, well, I guess I could have left home about 2 hours later because I figured I was going to be sitting there for 2 hours. But
yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. No, it's probably about 8 hours for me, I guess, because I'm a few hours closer than you are, right? So I was thinking of driving down my motorcycle.
Much longer to drive back because after having a great time at Gearfest for a couple of days, I stopped twice on the way back for naps.
You did some breaks, yeah.
Oh yeah, you drive about 3 hours. I'm like, ooh, I need a nap. Okay, there's a rest area. Yeah. Pull in, snooze for an hour. Okay, get back on the highway.
Yeah, I'm used to doing those long trips. When we go down east, we travel 12 hours straight, and it's you get used to it.
Oh, exactly. I don't mind. That's who's it? Phil Bradshaw, friend of the channel. Hey, Phil, if you're watching this on replay or if you're in the chat, he's out of London, and he was saying Elmira has a guitar show next month. So I was looking. That's just about 3 hours.
I went last year.
Did you?
Yeah, I went last year to that. Yep. It was okay. It's obviously a lot smaller things that as far as guitar shows, but it's in an arena type of thing, a small local arena, and they just put a bunch of tables and vendors and everybody, there was some cool stuff there. I think it's worth going. It kills a day of, just strolling around, checking out some vintage stuff. They didn't have any crazy stuff like 59 Les Pauls or anything like that, but they had some nice stuff.
Yeah,
I might go this
year. You never know, right? Because it could be an older gentleman or something hell, I go to the one here in Colburn, which is a town of 1,000 people, and the guy had, I think it was a 57 or a 58 Strat there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're like, what?
Yeah, no, I might go to the one this year. It's about maybe an hour and a half from me, and if it's like I think it's happening at the end of April or mid-April or something. So hopefully the weather's,
Right.
springtime weather
Okay,
at that
Hack
point.
said he went to Elmira last year too.
Did he? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Let's see here. I saved it. April 26th.
Okay. Yeah. So if the weather is good, I get on my motorcycle and drive, because it's a nice country area. So it's nice to ride those roads.
Yeah, because there's not really a direct route for you, but there's some beautiful roads.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of nice country areas. So it's a nice day to go and do something.
My niece Hurt was asking what those 59 Les Pauls sell for. Yeah, about $250,000 for a decent one. One that's been beat to death and had the headstock broke is probably still over $100,000.
Well, we saw one at what's that store in Nashville? Is it Rumble's Seat? Is that?
I think so.
Yeah, so there's one, a smaller vintage one, and there was a 59 Les Paul there, and they wanted $225,000 US for it.
Wow.
So, yeah, we didn't even ask to pick it up.
Marsman says, my garage is full of vintage Gibsons right now. Going to be hard to part with them. I did notice that. I've been seeing some photos he's been posting. Oh, yeah? Yes. Nesdal does have a 59, which I've been fortunate enough to see offline, after our hangout type thing, and he's shown it to me a couple of times. Sweet. And Hack does say Rumble Seat. Yeah.
Rumble Seat, yeah.
Be a hippie.
That's what it was.
Somebody was asking if you listen to Bill Burr. Love Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. Yes. Yeah. A drop in the bucket for custom cote, James Severin. That's not a drop in the bucket. Trust me.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah, I wish too. But yeah, that's not happening.
No.
That's why everybody says, what's your one guitar, amp, and pedal, for the desert island? I'm like, I don't know, 59 Les Paul into a Dumble with a Klon for a boost. Why not? Just to be pretentious.
The most expensive you can get.
Yeah. Everyone's saying,
yeah, there's a lot of good equipment out there. It's not even the old stuff. I've heard people that have played some of the old 59s and stuff, and they didn't play as well as buying a custom shop of today's builds. Like they're, it's vintage, but sometimes they're not as great as, because it's a 59 doesn't mean it's the best instrument you're going to play. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, yeah, it's always like, beware of the vintage guitar that's like in beautiful condition because nobody played it. Yeah. Why?
Right.
Wow, we hit 80 people watching here for a minute.
Nice. Good
Nice.
stuff.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah. Guitar Hack says, Cosmo called. Are you in? Are you in there tomorrow? Yeah. No. I don't go to Cosmo every day, Hack. Come on.
Randy Crook says, if any of you are near Ben when I come up the last week in May, let me know. We will be getting together. Yes, exactly.
Where's Randy Crooks from?
Yeah, where are you from, Randy? I want to say upstate New York, possibly northern Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Dogpost says, an old bird land into a metal zone into a Dumble. Nice. Sweet. And Han36 Solo says, Nesdal was showing all his expensive guitars last night, showing them off to his nephew, Josh Jones. Ah.
Oh, yeah, I saw some of that show a little bit. I watched the replay this morning. Josh, he's a great guitar player, that kid.
I met him at NAMM.
Yeah, I didn't see him. I know he was there, but I guess I didn't run into him.
No, it's actually, I saw him in a couple of NAMM videos, and ironically enough, I'm either standing next to the person that was filming it, or I'm standing next to him, but just right off camera.
Right.
Oh, he's in Des Moines, Iowa. Wow.
Okay.
That's a road trip. Nice.
Yeah, no doubt.
Des Moines has some great racing out there. Iowa Speedway. Sandra, I did say that. Somebody had written that Han36 Solo wrote that he's Dave's nephew, but I don't know if that for a fact, or maybe they were joking about that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I have no idea. Unbelievable or unbelievable. Hello. Thoughts on the Parker Nightfly? Well, if they re-engineered the upper horn so it doesn't dig into your ribs, I'd be happy.
I never tried those guitars, those Parkers. Never tried one.
I tried one once in 1995 at a big music store down in Windsor when I was living down there.
Oh, okay.
Tom Harhigh says, I think they were joking. Ah, well, there we are.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
Josh calls him Uncle Dave. Ah, okay. Well, there we are.
There you go.
Slipknot is from Des Moines, Iowa. Well, there we are.
The captain was on that show yesterday. Mike, is it? No, what's his name?
Yep.
Michael Smith.
Captain Michael Smith, who just showed up in the chat.
Oh, did he? All right, on. There he is.
Literally, as you were saying that, I was like, boom, there's the captain.
That's awesome. No, I was going to mention him because we hung out at NAMM. He's a really great guy. It was fun to hang out with him.
Great guy. Gussie Wells, hello. Sean Zimmerman, hello. Wow, it did go up to 84 watching. Wow. Jeez.
There you go.
Everybody's tuning in tonight. Love it. BV says, is it Rumble Seat Music owned by his friend Elliot? That's right, because BV knows everybody.
Oh, yeah. It's a really cool little store. Like, it had a different vibe altogether. Like, the guys were, really chill, sitting around, showing us the stuff. It's not a big place, but it has some really nice equipment in there, some vintage stuff.
Hey, Tempest. You used to be able to find a lot of nice vintage stuff at the 12th fret.
Yeah.
Not as much now over the last couple of years. Like, I used to always be looking at their website. They'd always have a nice selection on there.
There's a place in Toronto called Capsule Music. Have you heard of that place?
I have not.
It's a pretty good one. Like, if you go on their website, they've got a pretty good list of vintage stuff, and usually they have a good inventory of cool gear.
Nice. I'll have to check that out. Hey, Steve Anderson in the house. Awesome.
Hey, Steve.
Well, I'm going to be spending some time up in Toronto over the next couple of months, so definitely I want to make a list of music stores and stuff because like my mom's going to be spending a lot of time up in Toronto for medical reasons. So as such, I'm going to be up there a lot. So yeah.
There's a little bit of selection of stores in the general area. I went to Steve's last summer or last fall, whatever. I was down there for work, and I hadn't been to Steve's music store in so long, and I went in there, but I wasn't real impressed, to tell you the truth, with that store. And it used to be like the main. Yeah, it used to be like the main thing when I first moved to Toronto. Back, like, I moved here in 1990, and I remember like it was like a big deal to go to Steve's Music, and it was like full of really cool gear.
That's where I saw my first Marshall stack.
Right. Yeah. And it was like I walked in there just last year, and I'm like, wow, this is not what I remembered.
Yeah. I remember going in there. I might have been 16 years old the first time I went in, and I saw the Marshall stack, and it was a full stack, and I looked around, like, oh, the cabs are plugged into the head. It's not, most music stores, well, you can play through the little PV Rage, maybe a Bandit, but you're not plugging in it. And, this cool, obviously gigging rocker, working there, comes around the counter. He's like, you want to plug in? I was like, sure. He goes, what do you play? I said, and I had just got a Strat at the time. He goes, well, I play a Strat. All right. So he grabs down an HSS Strat, which I didn't have. And he goes, boom. All right, kid, and hit that E chord. I'm like, holy crap, this is amazing.
Yeah, right on.
And and he was just like, I made this kid's day. I just know it. And I was like, yeah, you did, buddy.
Yeah.
Michael Smith says, you're awesome, dude. Had a great time hanging with you at NAMM.
Yeah, it was really cool.
BB Ninja's been talking to his friend Brett Papa about something interesting that may be happening soon. Ooh.
Oh,
okay.
Right on.
Yeah, I got to check out Tundra Music too, Terry. That's another good one. AI Gaming, hello. AI Gaming used to work at Steve's.
Oh, yeah?
says we used to crank them up before and after work when I worked at Steve's.
Nice.
I mean, I was thinking that to myself. I'm like, I know there's somebody that comes into the chat that used to work at Steve's.
Is that right? Yeah. Well, I remember I used to go because I played bass back then, and I walked in there and they had this Trace Elliott set up, like stuff that you'd never see. Where, like, I grew up on the East Coast. We had little stores that if you were lucky to see some Boss pedals and you were like, wow, that's cool. But there you walk in, they've got a full like Trace Elliott bass setup and all these cool basses and things. I was like, wow, this is awesome. I couldn't afford any of it though. But...
Wow, we have a rare sighting here. Steve Anderson says 55 thumbs ups and nobody loves Crystal Pepsi. Wow, that's a rarity. Paul Ewing says the 12th fret does consignment on old stuff and you have to wait because they have so many they cannot store them. Pensioners unloading them by the dozen.
Wow.
Guitar World in Mississauga as well. Oh, I have to check that out. I haven't been there.
The Guitar World in Mississauga is a nice store. They have a lot of PRS stuff. I think they are like one of the main PRS dealers in Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul Lou. Or sorry, Sour Notes, Paul Lou. New name. Same great attitude, I hope.
Where do you see? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, okay. Sour Notes. Okay.
Gussie says Guitar World's where he bought his Friedman. Very cool.
Yeah, they do have some Friedman stuff there. Yeah.
My niece asks, any idea why the master volume on my guitar acts more like a tone pot? That sounds like you may need a treble bleed on there. That will help with that when you back off the pickup so it doesn't get so dark. Lawrence Petross will tell you differently because Lawrence will tell you that any guitar he buys with a treble bleed circuit, he cuts it out of the guitar immediately.
Interesting.
Zach Thong says he did his co-op at Long and McQuaid. Awesome.
Oh, right on.
I tried to do co-op at a music store, but then when our co-op teacher went in there and he just saw it was my dad and all his friends sitting around chain smoking, and drinking coffee, he's like, "You're not doing this." Like, why not? This is awesome. So instead, I went and taught in a public school.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yeah, that was great. Okay,
not as fun.
Fixing woodwind and brass instruments, and then fun stuff. AI says I also worked at Ring Music on Hobart Street. I remember that place.
I've never heard of that. Ring Music. I'm not familiar with that one.
Very cool. Hello, Adam Dia. Hadn't said hi already. And I did want to bring up, for those, and thanks everybody that has been supporting the channel tonight, but if you'd like to support the channel in a small way, I do have a Patreon page. It is the first of the month, so you do get maximum value. And there is some Patreon exclusive content that I've been putting out as well. So you too can join for as little as $1 a month. For as little as a cup of coffee, this guitar player can continue to make videos.
Right on.
Hey, Hobo Roadie.
So what was the last guitar you got, Ben? Your latest?
One that's been here, because it was here on consignment that I've been trying to move, and then I ended up just getting it myself.
Okay.
I actually did, in fact, take possession of the Ernie Ball Music Man Access.
Nice. Very cool.
And yes, it's a hardtail.
Yeah, that's the ones I like the best, the hardtails.
So I scored this along with an acoustic, a Jasmine, which was the Takamine budget line he threw in on the deal. He's like, here, just take this, set it up, give it a good home. So and I got Ibanez distortion pedal up there. The Ibanez SM7 Smashbox distortion.
Okay.
Which has a very unique high gain tone. It's different. I kind of dig it.
So it's a distortion, not really a tube screamer type thing.
Right. Yeah, it is a distortion.
Okay.
Ironically, when you put a fuzz into it, it just sounds deathly awesome. Very dark.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. How
Thank you,
big is
Great
that
Magazine.
neck, Ben?
Hmm?
How big is the neck on that guitar?
Not bad. It's
Hmm.
round but very narrow, not too deep.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Is it like your Telly, you think?
yeah, a little bit fuller. Not like a little bit wider diameter. We'll say in the overall. Like they might take a little
Oh,
bit
okay.
more to the sides on a telly.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, very close. Very
Is
close.
that flame maple or something, or
Well,
what?
there's a lot of bird's eye.
Oh, it's bird's eye. Okay. Yeah, because I could see a lot of it in there.
Yeah, and there's
Nice.
a lot in the fretboard too.
Very nice. What year is that?
I think we figured 2012, 2015 range in around there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they play really nice. I've tried a few
Oh,
of them and I really like them.
I love it. And with the 5-way switch, you get some really, sort of like the Ibanez super switch. It reminds me a lot. It's wired very similar, it seems.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what it does, but I know the 2 and the 4 do sound different from each other somehow. So I got to look it up, but I've been playing this a ton the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, they play really nice.
Yeah. And it is a US build.
Yeah.
So is that a different Wolfgang? Yes. Well, it's like a Wolfgang. It's after Wolfgang stopped kind of thing. So pound cake. Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you. Fruitcake Tony. Jeez Louise. Yes, mention the contest. We haven't announced the winner yet. Let's say we've got about 3 to 6 hours, depending on time zones, left to enter the big contest.
So that's for the guitar, right?
That is to win one of these guitars.
No, right on.
And to enter to win one of these guitars, and yes, way less DNA on the fretboard than mine, you too can add your own DNA. Go to renofin.ca, no triple W, renofin.ca, buy a Canucks with Guitars pickup. You can get a humbucker, you can get a Telly style, Strat style, P90, although, hey, you already get P90s. And you get entered to win. I will be announcing the winner tomorrow on the Canucks with Guitars show. And as of last count, there is only one entrant. So you have a really good chance of winning.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Travis, honestly, if you're watching, you're taking a bath on this contest.
I can imagine. Oh shit. Well, whoever bought the pickups, I guess, is going to get a guitar.
Terry, I had the same thing happen today. He says, it's strange. I checked my channel messages and I had 66 suddenly in my held for review section. Yeah, it held all the comments on one of my videos from a month ago, one of my NAMM videos. All of a sudden, all the comments were held for review.
Huh. Weird.
There you go, Les. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Now you're going to get a bunch of people from the chat going to buy pickups right now.
Yeah. Can someone please post the link in the chat? Because someone's like, mod, link, please.
Yeah. Because you can't beat those odds.
So you can get yourself a Canuck bucker.
Oh, yeah.
Which doesn't have it. You can get it in double cream or double black or chrome cover, gold cover, whatever you'd like. Or you can get the Telly set, which is like a 53 Telly set.
Nice.
Actually, probably, yeah, my pickups probably sound a lot like your pickups because you have the no-caster pickups.
Yep. Yeah, they sound great. Yeah, really good.
Thank you, Michael Smith. Thank you, Guitar Hack.
There's the link. So get out there, folks, and get some pickups.
Tom Harhigh, thank you. We can talk down the road, Brian Landreth. There you go, Laz. A chrome Canuck bucker for the middle position of his modern Telly Plus. Ooh. Yes, you do, Gary. Enter tonight, because I will be contacting Travis about 2 hours before I go live tomorrow to get the entrance.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
Says, I hope it all fits in. It probably has the swimming pool route. I have a swimming pool route in my Strat, Les. Lots of room.
Yeah.
Or as we called it, the bathtub route. Manise Hurt says, what guitar was that? That is my signature Reno Fin guitar. 14 people just bought pickups. Upside Down says.
There you go.
No problem, Randy. No problem at all.
Waited to the last minute.
Well, that's how Brad Miller won the mag slide in the last contest. He literally sent me the link to the video 5 minutes before midnight.
Wow. Cutting it close.
Yep. Hey, Dwight Bailey. Original Paramutant says, okay, now I can pay attention watching while I'm at work. Nothing wrong with that. No problem at all, Mayhem. We'll hook you up. Laz is out of here. See you, Laz.
Dwight Bailey is in the house.
That's right, Laz. Brad did steal that from out from India. So if you have any other questions for either of us, feel free to ask away. We're going to go for another 20 minutes here, folks.
Upside Down is asking if he buys, does he have to buy a pair of pickups, or just if he buys a single pickup, does it?
You can buy just a single.
There you go.
Paul Ewing says, I was a guitar product specialist for Ibanez in 76. Ibanez were doing so bad they were considering getting right out of guitars. Yes, no more Ibanez. Guys were ignoring guitars for synths. Hey, it kind of seems like that's where the world we're living in now.
Yeah. I don't know how the guitar market, as far as when you look at the sales numbers, how everything seems to be like when I went to Winter NAMM, I was amazed by the amount of companies building guitars. Like I sit back and go, like, how are they selling these? Like there's things you've never heard of.
I remember, I think we had talked about it either at Summer NAMM or Winter NAMM, one or the other. But when I got in the 2018 sales figures, for guitar sales globally, and Fender, aka FMIC, had 39% of the market. Gibson and all brands underneath Gibson were at 30%. So that means that leaves 31% left for everybody else.
Right. Yeah. I just thought that there was such a huge amount of them that the market, I don't know how the market supports it, if it does or not. Like some of these small builders, how they make a living, unless they have other things that they do, but just I don't know.
Tom Harari says, what percentage do you think are money laundering operations? Most of them.
Yeah. Yeah, really. You never know.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Craig Thomason was asking something. Amp speaker switch. Oh, do I use an amp speaker switch? Not yet. But I do have a new ABY pedal that I'm going to shoot a demo on this week. So I'm looking to go with a stereo rig.
Is it the radial pedals or whatever?
It's actually from Outlaw.
Okay, cool.
Here, I'll go and grab it. It's right over here.
Yeah, cool.
All right. It is called the Y pedal, and it is a mini pedal.
Okay.
So one input, two outputs, and you can use it as an AB switch, or you flip a little switch here, and it turns into a AY.
So you could run 2 amps at once?
Yeah. Instant stereo rig.
Right on.
Yeah. So they asked me what I wanted to demo from them. So I asked them about their phaser, because I love phasers. So they sent me a phaser. Yeah. And I said, send me the ABY pedal, because one, I wanted one, and it saves me from buying one. And it was funny because Eric, the vice president, he laughed. He looked at me and laughed. He's like, "Good luck shooting a demo on an ABY pedal." I was like, "I like a challenge. What can I say? I just got to somehow make it more than 90 seconds."
Yeah, right. Here's what happens when you click on this. Well, that's pretty cool.
Pretty much. Oh, yeah, like the actual amp speaker, like Pete Thorpe's amp Pete. I wish. Yeah. Eventually, I'd love to have everything wired up.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good.
Do I golf and do I want to? I have not golfed in 25 years.
Do you want to?
I don't know. I haven't done it in 25 years. I'm not sure if I still could.
Yeah, right. You never know.
Yes, Mayhem is said Upside Down made a good point. I could get the bridge pickup now and the neck in the summer. Does a covered pickup sound different than an open pickup? It would be for my Art 120 you have now. Yes, a covered pickup does sound different than an uncovered pickup. I believe, in theory, when you remove the cover, it's supposed to brighten up the pickup. I think.
Okay.
Or it darkens it. It's one or the other.
It's one or the other. Exactly.
Yeah, I got a 50-50 chance there.
Yeah.
Jason Sumner says, I just remembered I got a new guitar to show you. Sweet. Send photos.
Yeah.
Bryan Landreth's got the radial ABY. It has the phase reverse. Yeah, those are nice. This, I have a feeling with this one, I'm going to have to, it's going to be a little more hit and miss.
That's what I have. I have the radial ABY one as well. I use it more for, like I run a mic through it. And if I need to mute my mic or something, it's on the floor and I just hit it and it goes to that channel that doesn't have anything plugged into it. So that's how I use it. But
love it. Yeah. That's a great idea.
I bought that at a pawn shop actually, and saw that there for like $60 at pawn shops.
That's a good deal. Hey, Kurt.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Yeah.
You never know.
Radial stuff is not cheap, but you get what you pay for. Radial makes very good quality stuff.
I've got a ton of radial stuff. I've got a radial, they call it the headlight, which is basically 4 inputs. So if I'm running my Helix, I click on one switch and it goes to my Helix. If I'm running an amp and I have that going through this little box, I hit that. So it's like an amp switcher, kind of.
Right.
A mini box, and it has, a ground loop switch on it and everything. So it's really convenient for that. And I also have a radial monitor control. So you can, let's say you have a couple of different sets of monitors. So I've got a Yamaha set and I've got a real cheap set of Mackie. So when you're mixing, you can go hit the button and it switches between different monitors. So that's it's got a couple of cool options, and it has a headphone amp built into it. So you can plug in a couple of sets of headphones if you were mixing with somebody else tracking at the same time. So yeah, Radial makes some really nice equipment. I've got a couple of DI boxes as well from Radial that work very well.
Nice. When I worked for the military, I had to order in new DI boxes. They're like, "Who do you want to go with?" I'm like, "Radial."
Yeah,
Radial.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with that. That's for sure. I mean, a lot of big acts big touring acts are using a lot of the Radial stuff, for all their live rig setups and everything. So they're built for that purpose, and they do some good products. And they're Canadian.
Gary was asking me about the Vigilante pickup. The Vigilante is not one of mine, Gary, but I do know those ones. They're pretty good. I can't remember how they're voiced, though, off the top of my head. But they are not eligible for the contest. It has to be a Canucks with Guitars pickup. So if you clicked on the left-hand side under CWG pickups, I had to look it up. Okay. I was like, I know that sounds familiar. And then he accused me of ignoring his question, which I actually missed it because the chat was flying because we had 86 people watching.
Yeah, I can't follow it. I'm glancing here and there. I'm not following everything.
Hello, Guitar Fish, by the way.
Radial Texas Pro. I'm not familiar with that. Any thoughts on the Radial Texas Pro? Do you know that, That pedal or
The
box?
Radio Texas Pro. Let me just look it up real quick.
I'm not familiar with it. I don't think I've seen it or heard of it. Jack the Rabbit says all his DI boxes are radials.
Oh, right. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to try that. It's a overdrive boost by the looks of things here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Yeah, I tried a tone. What is it? A bass tone or tone bass? It's like a radial pedal, but it's, you know, like has a distortion and a couple of things on it. It's made for bass guitar, and they also make them for guitar players as well. But it was pretty cool. It was nice.
In case I forgot to say hi to Emma. Hello to Emma. Excuse me. And yeah, somebody were asking if this has ground lift or anything like that. I'm not seeing any. I'm just literally seeing a slider switch to change from AB to the Y setting. So, but if I have the Y setting, I can do that. Was it Derek Trucks style lead boost? Because he plays through a dimed Fender Super Reverb, and his lead boost is clicking on a second Fender Super Reverb that's dimed.
Oh my god!
And then he said sometimes, you know, when he plays the larger outdoor festivals, you need a little more power, so he'll run 2 Super Reverbs, and then for his lead boost, he clicks on 2 more Super Reverbs.
Good lord! I got this Tone Master amp that I'm really, really impressed with. Have you ever tried those? The Fender Tone Master. They're like solid state. I was
into one last week, actually.
I'm completely blown away by it. I had no expectation of actually ever being interested in something like that. And then I went to Cosmo a few weeks ago, and because I wanted an amp again. I still use my Helix through the amp, but I just wanted an amp in the room type of thing. And I tried it, and I was like, man, I got to take this home with me and try it in my studio and plug my Helix in it and see what it sounds like. Because at Cosmo, it sounded great, but I really couldn't test it in that environment the way I wanted to test it. And I brought it here, and I'm telling you, man, it's full featured, and it sounds like really, really good. And I know a lot of people on the YouTube and everywhere that did their demos of it, some pretty high-end like Rick Beato and those, they all tried it and they said the same thing. And these guys know their stuff.
Yep.
So I said, you know, geez, I'll try it myself. But man, I'm super impressed. I bought this this pedal here. It's a JHS. Well, I guess it's the Andy Timmons signature, like the Angry Charlie, I think it's called, or whatever.
Yep.
And if I don't want to go through my Helix and I just want to put a pedal in front and with that amp, it sounds amazing just with this. So if I ever go to a gig or something, I just want to bring an amp and a pedal and a guitar. That's what I would use. I would bring that amp, this pedal, and that's it. It rocks, man. It's really nice.
Oh, Upside Down's trying to order a pickup and it's not letting him. Worst case, email Travis, Upside Down. So we will lengthen the contest until some point tomorrow if some folks are having a problem ordering. Just email me at canuckswithguitars@gmail.com. Just let me know. And I am going to message Travis as we speak. And I'll get his contact email too, so you can definitely contact him. And yes, scrolling back, Kurt LeBlanc, new to the channel. Thanks. We've talked in chats for ages. He's asking, talk about some of my favorite YouTubers to follow because I tend to moderate quite a few. He asked me for a list of channels I moderate, and honestly, I don't know. I'm going to assume 40 to 50 channels at this point. So, yeah, you know, there's a few. But as far as favorite channels, the easiest way is to go by day of the week. So Sundays, definitely Pete Thorne, Sunday afternoons, China Guitar Septic as well. And then, you know, Sunday nights, I'm kind of busy. Monday evening, before I go live, if I'm not too busy, I definitely watch right here, 6STRING Bryan. Check him out.
Yeah.
Myself, Phil Mosley on Monday nights when he's live. Into Tuesdays, Johnny Bean. I like Johnny Bean on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, the Live Wires. Thursdays, Guitar Hack. Fridays can get a little crazy, but generally Johnny Bean. Earlier on Fridays too, Phil McKnight, definitely. Saturday morning, you got to watch RJ Ronquillo with Coffee Time with RJ, Saturday mornings. Love RJ. Steve from Boston on Saturday evenings, and late night Fridays as well, the Tone King. There's a handful just off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's so much content now, right? Especially in our community that it's great, but it's hard to see everything. You know, if you get busy or whatever, trying to keep up with everybody's content can be challenging, but it's awesome that everybody's putting out some great content, and there's a lot of stuff if you're into this type of gear and music and stuff. It's really cool. Thanks,
and I always say yes, and anybody you talk to in the chats, subscribe to them, because you never know. They may put out some content and you'll dig it as well. There's lots of channels starting every day. Like I'm looking at a bunch right here. Jack the Rabbit, Krellbar. Well, nobody needs to watch Krellbar. No, just kidding, buddy. Saw Krellbar on with Hack the other night. It was awesome.
I know. That was a great show. That was awesome.
Let's see. We'll just scroll back here. Yeah, of course. Now I'm scrolling back. I'm not seeing anybody that really puts out much in the way of content. But honestly, they're out there. Gary puts out content. The Dog PA just put out a wicked punk video yesterday. You can also pop into Saturday Night Live with Johnny Bean, because the Captain makes some appearances on there. I generally, because I'm up so early with RJ on Saturday mornings, I don't usually make it to Saturday late show.
Don't laugh. Yeah.
I'd be tuning into Johnny or Robert Baker.
I usually watch sometimes I'll catch Johnny Bean Saturday night, when he's live, but I usually watch the replay the next day or something, because I'm just, by that time of night, I'm probably just about ready to pass out. Because he goes sometimes for 3-4 hours, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because huge streams.
Kurt loves RJ show. Yeah. RJ is probably one of my favorite YouTubers. And I think that's...
he's a nice guy, too.
Super nice guy. He plays a style of music I'm really into. He does a lot of that really old school low gain stuff that I just wish I could play, with those scales with the extra notes that I wish I could play.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I met him at NAMM. Really cool. And Rhett Shull as well. Really nice guy.
Yes. Rhett, who does Sundays as well. I only didn't shout him out. And by the way, happy birthday, Rhett Shull. Oh, yeah. And anybody that's having a problem ordering pickups, just email travis@renofin.ca. Because he's not answering my text. So I figured I'd just go and look on the contact page. Email him. Tell him what you want. Fruitcake Tony puts out content. That's right. He has one of the best guitar pick collections out there, period. And he's only 14 subs away from 100. Check it out. Red does have a great channel.
This gravity pick for the last month, and I love it. I got it at Summer NAMM. I think they were giving them away, and I got a few then. And I just recently started playing with it more, and I'm playing with a heavier gauge string now. Mm-hmm. So I like this pick a lot. But man, I think they're what are they? $15 a piece or something?
7, I think, Canadian.
Oh my God, because I got this one free, and I'm I went on Sweetwater or something the other day, and I said I better order myself a few picks. I've been using the hell out of this one, and that's the only one I got. And I looked at the price, I'm like, holy shit!
I'll send you some if you want some. I still have half a dozen sitting here.
Oh, definitely, because like I said, I've been playing this pick probably for I would say over a month now, every day, and it's starting to get used. But man, I could probably get away with using maybe four of these a year, and I'd be fine. But price, if you swing by the Greer Amps booth, they give away gravity picks. Oh yeah, I didn't know.
As well as the gravity booth.
I didn't see them at NAMM.
They were right at the bottom of the escalator in the basement. As soon as you turn around, they were the first or second booth.
I didn't see them. Damn.
See you, Captain.
Yeah. See you, Mike. Yeah, I'm really liking
Robert
these
Baker has
pre-CBS
tone hair. Yes. Yes, he does. I have CBS tone hair. It's hit and miss.
I used to have tone hair. No, I don't.
Original Paramutant, yes. JHS Pedals gives away gravity picks as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get some more this summer for sure.
Padded Pedal Room's got to head out. See, man. There's another channel to check out. Padded Pedal Room.
Padded Pedal Room. Okay, cool.
He's out Montreal, I believe.
Oh, right on. That's where I bought my custom, and on my way to visit family and at Christmas time, I stopped in Montreal to meet the guy that had the custom. I met him at it was so weird because it was, those sporting goods stores like Bass Pro or whatever. They had a store like that in Montreal, and that's where I met this guy with the custom. We walked into the store with the custom, went into an area where there was not that many people, like there was boots or something there for sale, and we just plopped the guitar right there, opened the case, and I'm playing there. All people are walking around the store wondering what the hell are these guys doing, right? And I'm making a deal with this guy about his custom right in the middle of the store in Montreal.
Guitar Hack says my tone hair is running away from my face.
Yeah.
And hello to Gravel Rock Band.
Hey. Very cool.
See you, Gary. And yes,
Take
anybody
care,
that, again, if you're interested in ordering the Reno Fin pickups and can't place an order, just email travis@renofin.ca and tell them what you want and to be included in the contest.
You might have to extend it a day or something if he's having trouble with
yeah, we may do that. So I'll have an update. Either we'll announce the winner or we may extend it and I can do a dedicated video.
Right.
Yes, Fruitcake Tony. I got to meet Josh at NAMM. I got to see him play too. Quite play. I saw him shredding in the EVH booth. Then he was shredding in the Friedman room. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Holy crap. We did our 75 minutes already. Holy shit.
Nice. Very cool.
Nice. Awesome.
I'm surprised my internet stayed pretty solid for the whole time. So
yeah.
You never know with this janky internet that I have.
I hear you on that one. Vandy Man just emailed Travis. Good. Awesome. All right. Well, do you have anything to add, my good man?
Nothing really. Just if people are interested in checking out the channel, please do. And my regular live show is Monday nights at 7 Eastern time. So I've missed maybe a few Mondays if I'm traveling or something, but tomorrow night is episode number 50, and I'll be tomorrow night I'm doing mostly, we'll talk about music and stuff, but I also want to do a little show and tell about the multimedia studio that I've built in the last week at work. We're just showing some before and after, taking some questions from people that might have questions about video production, and because a lot of people on YouTube are into video production, obviously. So if that's of interest to people, check it out and join me at tomorrow night at 7. Other than that, I hope to put some videos together soon, some more demos, and I want to do a few more covers. I usually do like a cover song, and I do a full production video of whatever it is that I'm doing as far as a song. Haven't done one in a few months, so I'm looking at a few options now. And
nice.
Just keep on going and getting ready for the summer, and hopefully get some events under my belt. I want to do the Cosmo Fest, and obviously I'm doing Summer NAMM, so there'll be a lot of stuff coming up on the channel.
Awesome. Well, I definitely appreciate you jumping on. No,
thanks for having me.
I've been, like I say, I've been watching. I said off air, I've been watching you since you started, because you started watching me first, and then you're like, "Hey, I'm doing some content." And I watched it, loved it, and I just wish you the most awesome success with the channel. And
thank you.
If we don't see each other in person before then, I will definitely see you at Cosmo Music Fest.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll hang out.
Yeah, definitely. So, and thanks everyone that tuned in tonight. A huge thank you to everyone that donated to the channel. That was awesome. Much appreciated, and quite the surprise. I do appreciate it. And thanks everybody that's jumped on the Patreon page as well. I will be talking to Travis. We'll get this sorted, and we'll get this contest taken care of. Thanks to all the new people that joined in, all the returning people. And as I always say, folks, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you. Karma's real. I'm living the dream. Brian's living the dream. Get out there and live that dream too, folks. Cheers. Rock on.